Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Morcier. I wanted to come and say hello. Wish you a good day. To pull out a few cards to see what we may draw from for wisdom for this new moon in Libra. For it is a new moon, are opportunities for new beginnings, and Libra is very social, related to bring about the harmonious relationship that we need into our life. And the message, the highest wisdom for us today is birth. We have to accept a new birth, to be born into a new state, a new level. Everything is gone, the past is gone, we have to be fresh, new, reborn. And what we need to understand is the pathfinder guide, is to navigate through our daily life and find a way to let go of all kinds of old conditioning, negative habits, surrender it to the angels, to God, and let go of all that. And then from there, what we need to do is to assume our responsibility, for we came here to assume a role within our life, and we are the center creator of our life. So it's about understanding what is both comfortable and fulfilling, and where we'll be able of being of the highest service. For those things are always combinable. And the general message for us today is destiny. It's about entering into this destiny, this path where we know we are always within our power, within our role, within our function to be in this empowerment. I wanted to rebound on what I said yesterday. For those who are new to my channel, welcome. But for those who listen to there was a message I re-listened to once, always to the video I put online, and I wasn't very clear about one thing. It's about how in my communication, and so I thought I cleared it up. What I meant to say about Aristotle is that Aristotle believed that life could sit, was in non-motion until he was moved into motion. But before him there was Heraclitus, I think we call it in English, Heraclitus, who believed that life was like a river. It could never stand still. And quantum physics proved that atoms are always in vibration, always in motion. So everything is in motion, and it is like a river. The river always maintains its identity as a river, but yet every time you go into the river, it is a different river. And so everything is in motion. I didn't want to mean to what I said was a little bit. I also wanted to say in relationship to my artwork is that I was talking about Kandinsky and Paul Klee and Mondrian, but for me there is a defining quote that would, from the Urantia book, that would clearly define what my art is about. It says, the high mission of art is to figure by its illusions a superior reality of the universe, to crystallize the emotions of time in a sort of eternity. And in many sense, it is a little bit what I do with those paintings. This is a painting about cosmology, with the Paradise Center that is symbolized here is the only motionless thing that is not in motion. Everything moves around it, and there is the 21 satellites of Paradise. There are 3 circuits of divine planets that are surrounding Paradise, and they go in a clockwise motion along with the central universe, 1 billion perfect worlds that were created before the universe as an ultimate universe. It's not an evolution. It was created perfect and with perfect inhabitants, and those are wonders beyond my perceptions at this time. And then there is two circuits of dark gravity body that hides the central universe. The first one is going counterclockwise, and the second one is going clockwise. And then the 7 super universe are going counterclockwise around this invisible center. And then with our telescope, or even the celestial astronomers, for they may even have better telescope, but even with our own telescope, we can already see that the universe keeps on expanding, and so what we see is the beginning of we see some of the second and third level of outer space, and we can determine that eventually we will be, because the first level goes clockwise around Paradise, when the second level goes like us, counterclockwise, and then there are 2 levels beyond that. Eventually the universe will expand infinitely, but we do not believe that the universal Father, as an infinite, will ever be able to reveal himself through the master universe, even if we go into infinity, because you could always add something into space. You can always add something more into space. Infinity can never be reached in space, but then once the supreme and the ultimate will have complete association, union, materialization, and personification will be face to face with the unqualified absolute, which is beyond the master universe, we do not know, in the search for the deity absolute, which is the final resolution. For now, we seek to attain the supremacy of deity, which is what is true, what is good, and what is beautiful. And so it is about discovering this to return to the source, so that we may. So it is the essence of what we need to keep in our intention. For life is a balanced equations, and the spiritual world is like a parallel reality that's always been there, but we were not aware of it before. Understanding that these equations have already been solved in the yin and yang, the duality equation has been solved. God has created this Tao. I wanted to also say that in relation to the three keys of wisdom from the master taught, he's got some very small formulas that are very, very efficient in teaching us powerful things. And one of these keys is the three obstacles to human evolution: is the lack of attachment to God, the attachment to evil, and the lack of interest for spiritual things. And I was speaking in my last video yesterday that the attachment to God is the only thing that will not create that will not create negative effect. Not only that, but it's so essential to the whole thing, because we are all connected to God on the unconscious level. But once we become connected to that source on the conscious level, so much more can be revealed within our mind. And so it's to know that, to know you deserve already everything we've been asking for, you have been asking for. You are worthy. It is just sometimes we ask the universe is ready to give, but then we have those judgments, those criticisms, those fears, those doubts. And sometimes we lack patience, and so but everything is already been given. So it is just a matter for us to allow the universe to put the puzzle of our life together, and to ask the angel to cut out the cords of attachment and codependency. For we want to become independent and interdependent, but we want to let go of codependencies. We want to seek God within our own heart. It is important to seek that. I'm going to see from the angels would have it's the same cards that it's almost the same cards that we had in the French version. The present is the same. It is a magnificent card, but everything else different actually. The past is optimism. We had optimism within the past, and so we have anchored this idea of optimism, and now we had the triumph. So it is the same card we had in French. So it's understanding, accepting, being grateful for this triumph, and accepting the love, the light, the success, the abundance, the prosperity, the well-being, what we come into the near future is a renewal. It is a new beginning. It's a renewal. From once we achieve something, a level, there is a new opening, and then we go into a total renewal. Everything changes in life as we grow and progress. Life adapts to our progress. It is the Mahatma Gandhi that said, if you want the world to change yourself, you will see the world will change with you. What we are working on is the recompense. It's about being able to receiving, so that we can give also. But first we have to receive. We cannot give what we do not have. So we have to be kind to ourselves and receive from the universe, from God, from spirit, from other people. There is a constant exchange of energy, and the future will be communication. So there will be a great deal more communication, deeper things, more communication. For communication, light is information. Darkness is disinformation, and so we're gonna move into a new time for humanity, for me, but for all of humanity. There's gonna be something very new that's gonna be that's approaching. Well, that's I wanted to also wanted to say that before, in truth, I recommend always to seek for the truth from within yourself, from the heart, from being at peace, calm, meditation, through dreams, through connection with a higher self. It is within the silence that the deepest things are being revealed. Yet there is a book that is a small book I want to reveal. It's a very little book. I wanna that revealed everything that we need to know for the next 1,000 years. For all those who are interested in the spiritual universe, there is so much that is revealed here. Of course, much more is hidden than what is revealed. This is revealed. It's just a small revelation. My expertise is in the first two parts of that book. I'm not really. I know the third part and fourth part, but I'm not an expert in it. But the first two parts, I cannot say that I know all this. I have integrated all the information in the book, but I have a better understanding than the average reader. And so those paintings are made in this model of the Urantia book. And so I recommend it. Once you have this book for all your life, you can study it. There is incredible wisdom within it, timeless wisdom within this book. I'm gonna finish with a song. It's just to finish in music. It's an older song. It's from John and Vangelis. It's pretty spiritual. It goes like this. You ask me where to begin. Am I so lost in my sin? You ask me where did I fall? I'll say I can't tell you when. But if my spirit is lost, how will I find what is near? Don't question, I'm not alone. Somehow I'll find my way home. My sun shall rise in the east, so shall my heart be at peace. And if you're asking me when, I'll say it starts at the end. You know your will to be free is matched with love secretly. Somehow, and talk will alter your prayer. Somehow you'll find you are there. Your friend is close by your side and speaks in far ancient tongue. A season wish will come true. All seasons begin with you. One world we all come from. One world will melt into one. Just hold my hand and we're there. Somehow we're going somewhere. Somehow we're going somewhere. You ask me where to begin. Am I so lost in my sin? You ask me where did I fall? I'll say I can't tell you when. But if my spirit is strong, I know it can't be long. No question, I'm not alone. Somehow I'll find my way home. Somehow I'll find my way home. Somehow I'll find my way home. Oh, it's a beautiful song. I'm sorry I had a little lap of disconcentration. Also, I want to say about this balance equation. It is mentioned in this song. Is that every time we act, God balances the equation for us. So in many sense, because the law is subject to the will of individual. Whatever our will condition what will happen next. So as we blend within the law, we move into this contemplative state. We are able to find freedom from. We move into this world of cause, and we are able to discover new ways of communing within the light. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. Namaste.